all started for you. Growing up, did you know that you were always going to be music? Did you always dream of being like this life, famous, a whole bunch of kids, the dream husband, like just living the luxury
Oh,
life?
oh, you're so sweet. I think sometimes, when you look at life, you know, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it,
Yeah.
and I can't lie, I am really blessed and I know things look shiny all the time, but they're not always the easiest. And that's a part of life, but again, it's a blessing when you have all that you dream of and all that you love happening all at one time. It's like you just find ways to figure it out. But since I was a little girl, I've always been a big dreamer. I've always been a big believer. I've always been full of faith in, the why not you mentality. Like, why not you be able to be this little girl from Decatur, Georgia, with the biggest dream in the world to be an entertainer and go travel the world and rock the world and perform on some of the biggest stages and go build businesses. And, eventually as you get older, you start to think about life as a woman. And when you're starting to walk into womanhood and as a mom, or you're looking at becoming a mom one day, and then obviously looking into dreaming of the love of your life. I've always been a big dreamer, for everything that um, has happened in my life. And I know it could sound, uh, really light, like, saying this, but the truth is that a great part of my life is through manifestation. So
Yes.
a majority of my life, that's the things that have happened to me, the good, but also the not good stuff too. You can speak life into those things. And I've just been so blessed that on the positive side, a lot of the things that I desired and that I have wanted to happen have happened for me. And it has been the power of what I say.
Yeah.
It has been, as people would say, like, I do pray a lot, I do speak life into a lot of things that come my way. So I don't think there's any like, there's this thing, you plan, God laughs. Like, I do let God, at some point you have to say, like, Jesus, take the wheel,
Yeah.
because when we try to do things on our own, it can get like crazy. But I do believe, like, there's a power to believing and having faith and like trusting God and letting him do his work, and like how it all has like, poured into my life so abundantly,
Yeah.
you know?
I love
Yeah.
that. Was there any big inspiration for you? Like anybody that really inspired you growing up to like want to do music?
Well, I would say creatively, Michael and Janet,
Yeah.
those are like my biggest inspirations. They both sing and dance. And there was just something so powerful about when I would see them, you know, doing their thing on the big stages or in a video or performance or whatever it may be, where I was like, man, like, I think I could do that one day.
Yeah.
And I remember actually watching Michael Jackson in particular.
Yeah.
It was his video for Billie Jean. And he had a moment where he smiled in the video. And I was like, for some reason, I connected with it in such a deep way. I was like, I want to do that one day.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I would say he's definitely my biggest inspiration, but him and his sister are really the best to ever do it when it comes to singing and dancing, and they definitely are my greatest inspirations.
Yeah. How was it for you getting into the limelight and just like becoming the superstar? Was it easy for you in the beginning when you were like first coming up about it? And like now, how like I feel like you're private, but you're still public with certain things, but not everything. But like, how was that for you? Like growing into the limelight?
Oh my gosh, it was like the world was moving so fast.
Yeah.
When I first began, I was like, doing a lot of what I had already dreamt about the gate,
Yeah.
which was such a blessing. Goodies was number one for
Yes.
however many weeks long. And like, when you're living life at that age, just 18, 19 years old at that highest height, which
Mm.
I know about
Yeah.
too, starting really young with everything, the world's moving so fast. And I will say for a great bit of my early days, especially, I would sometimes be so focused on the next thing.
Mm.
And I had to learn over time to like enjoy the moments when they happen,
Mm.
because you don't know when they're going to come again.
Yeah.
And it took me time to understand that, but the world was moving so fast. And I was just kind of like, I was moving with it, I was keeping up. but holding on at the same time, if that makes any sense. So did I think when everything happened for me, was I ready? Yeah, because I've always believed in that big moment. But then when it's happening in real time, it's like, oh, whoa, this is really happening. And
Yeah.
like, I'm learning in real time, because for my career and for me, a lot of my first time moments happen in front of the world.
Yeah.
So I wasn't like, before I became, known to the world, I wasn't traveling around performing on tons of stages. Like one of my first big stage moments was on 106 in Park.
Yeah.
So like a lot of my like growing up was happening like in the rawest form, all in front of the world, which was really crazy. But thank God I was able to, hold on and like eventually find my comfort zone for the most part, and find my rhythm over time. But I definitely believed, like, the thing is, if you run old tape on me and me speaking into like what I walked into, I always spoke life into those moments happening, and I believe in them happening. But it's a whole nother animal to actually like really experience it, and
Yeah.
to really feel it happening,
Yeah.
And so the world was moving really fast for me. It took me some time to get, to find my pace and how I wanted to flow and communicate and express myself in such a public platform.
Yeah, I feel like you've had so many different eras and you've continued to like stay relevant in so many different ways outside of like music, your kids, your love life, your marriage, everything. And like, how did you feel like you stayed ahead of the curve and just to continue to make yourself like, okay, I'm Ciara, I'm still fine, like I'm still grown, like I'm looking good, I'm having kids, I'm with my man, like I'm supportive. Like, how do you feel like you continue to keep yourself above the curve and like continue to grow?
Yeah, firstly, thank you for that. I'm always pushing myself, I'm definitely always seeking, ways to level up, pun
Yes.
intended. I'm always seeking ways to get better.
Yeah.
I'm really hungry to grow. I'm hungry to learn. I'm hungry to, reach higher heights. And I think there's something about that drive that pushes me.
Mm.
I think that definitely, I would say, is a big part of my why, and how I just like, it's like you got to almost like keep yourself on your toes, like never be, always be humble, I think
Mm.
is important. Um, and I gotta stay tapped in, I
Yeah.
gotta stay, I be tapped, CCB tapped into the streets, okay?
Period. Okay.
That's important for me. Like I've always been like a lover of like fashion, and
Yeah.
like I've been a lover of like, what are the new creative things that are happening in the world?
Yeah.
I'm very curious, but also really hungry to like learn and to grow, So I think it's my hunger that drives me, and the humility that sustains me.
This episode is brought to you by Prize Picks. It's the holiday season and the best time of year for sports. We got bowl games, basketball matchups, playoff pushes, and it's happening all at once. And while you and I are out here making decisions every day, what gifts to buy, what to eat, which game to watch, there's one place where it feels good to be right. Prize Picks, baby.
You're so right, Angel. So many Prize Picks options this time of year. I'm a big Miami sports girl, but I still got my eye on Jimmy Butler out west. Him and Steph are hooping. My favorite thing about Prize Picks is being able to pick multiple sports in the same lineup. Mixing Jimmy Butler, Steph, and Devon Achane, basketball and football, let's go. Sounds like some dubs to me, baby. New feature alert, PrizePicks now has early payouts. If your lineup gets off to a hot start, you may now have the option to cash out those winnings before the game even finishes. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code ANGEL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. That's code ANGEL to get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, it's good to be right.
This episode is sponsored by JCPenney. You ever give someone a gift and they hit you with the, wait, how did you even get this? Yeah, you know me, we don't mess around over here. That's the energy we need on this holiday season. Because listen, y'all can run around chasing sales, stressing over who's getting what. Meanwhile, I'm sliding through JCPenney, cool as ever, filling my cart with Black Friday doorbusters like it's a sport.
More like we're filling the cart like you're getting rebounds.
Okay, you right. I like where your head is at, Nairi.
Angel, what you looking at this holiday season? What are you buying?
You know I gotta load all my girls up with Reebok. How about you, Nairi?
Okay, Angel, we're talking name brand gifts. I'm on that fragrance kick. Gotta smell good this holiday season, and I need to make sure my mom smells good too. Getting her my favorite Ariana Grande Cloud perfume, only $50. Who knew smelling this good could come at such low cost?
But you know we didn't pay for a price. Nope.
Will we tell them? Nah, sis.
Let them think we did. That's the part of the holiday magic. Oh, and while I'm shopping for them, did I sneak a little something for me? Absolutely.
So spill the tea, sis. What did you get for yourself?
Y'all know I'm all about glam. JCPenney rocking with my favorite CoverGirl mascara and lip gloss. I buy them for myself, but also for my girls.
I did the same. Price is this good, it's stupid not to.
So here's the move. Go to jcpenney.com and load up. Shop jcpenney.com. Yes, JCPenney. You're welcome.
This has been a Playmaker production.